Greetings, programs. My name is Wretch, and I'd like to welcome you to Monolith. This is a point-and-click adventure game that just released today on Steam. We checked it out a few weeks ago during our Demolition Derby stream, and I really liked the vibe of it. It seemed like it had a really epic scope to it. It was voice acted, the art style was amazing. So yeah, I need a new point-and-click game to play, so Monolith definitely checked off a lot of boxes for me. Let's go ahead and see what this game is all about. We'll double check options here real quick. Yes, everything looks fine. Let's go. Done by Animation Arts. Not to be confused with Electronic Arts. Now, this is the same intro movie that we saw during the demo. This is pretty cool. It definitely sets a tone. Someone was on their cell phone. Oh, this is the one with the wah sounds. Okay. Lens flares and wah sounds. A staple of sci-fi. Wait. Just for good measure.
Shh. Please don't get up yet.
What happened?
You were in a coma. Can you remember your name?
No. Yes, I'm Tessa.
Good. Do you know what happened?
Oh, my head. It's like it's been split in two. Was I in an accident?
Thank you, Recurrent.
Yes. Can you remember any of it?
Not really. I know I woke up in a sleeping pod.
Then tell me everything you do remember, from the start.
I was freezing. That's the first thing I noticed. That's when I knew something was wrong.
This doctor is not giving me good vibes right off the bat. Day 1. The accident. Thank you for that resub, Recurrent. 18 months. I think I've got the camera at the right spot, so...
It's not reacting! Oh. What? Mark? Mark! Where are you? Something's wrong here. Have we crashed? Ugh. My whole body hurts. His sleeping pod is empty. He probably got woken up by the system after the crash and must have ran to the cockpit. He could have woken me up too.
Seems the sleeping...
I should look for him and... ow! Oh! Damn it, I'm stuck. All I can move is my arm.
And the sleeping process has removed all inner monologue. Move the cursor over an object in the scene. If it changes its appearance, you can interact with the object by left-clicking. Use the magnifying glass at the bottom left or the spacebar to view all interactable objects in the scene. Now, I actually do like this. Some people consider it to be cheating, but I also really don't want to spend a whole lot of time pixel hunting. So having this stuff right here is quite helpful.
The cover is torn. I can see the foam padding. I pulled out a large piece.
Open the inventory with the button on the bottom right, or a right mouse button. Right-click on an object to examine it, or left-click to pick it up. Then move the cursor over an object in the scene and click again to apply the item there.
The opening mechanism is blocked. No way to get it to work. Great. Sharp and pointy. I have to be careful with it.
You can also combine inventory items within the inventory. Pick up one of the items and left-click when you hold it over another item. The order is not important, which is nice. Some games do that. You have to put them in a very specific order. So, I've got the inventory over here on the top, like right where my head is. But we're going to combine the shard and rubber foam.
Yes, that works. Now I can hold it without cutting myself.
And now we've got this. Let's go ahead.
Come on, I have to get out of here.
That kind of weirdly saturated style, I actually really like.
First of all, I need to get my spacesuit on. It's freezing. So that's why it's cold. The nitrogen tubes have burst and they're freezing everything. I'm definitely not dressed for the occasion. I'm cold enough as it is. I should probably wait on this. Mark?
Oh, Mark!
Cockpit, this is Tessa. Mark, can you hear me? Cockpit, this is Tessa. No reply. That either means there's a technical problem or Mark is... I need to get to the cockpit now.
Click on the ground to move Tessa. Double-clicking on the floor or an object will make Tessa run. If you double-click on an exit like the door, this action will be executed immediately. See, this kind of saturation, I don't know what you would call this, I'm not really privy, kind of reminds me if they did like a modern day version of Out of This World / Another World. There was that kind of similar art style. So, we got a lot of things to look at here.
My spacesuit is in there, but with all this nitrogen, I can't open it without my hand turning to ice.
Okay. There's a pipe up there.
A detached metal bar. I can't reach it. There's disinfectant inside that we have to use before going into cryosleep. Easily flammable. I should be glad if I didn't wake up as a human torch.
Oh no, being Johnny Storm has its own unique share of ups and downs.
No reply from Mark. That's Mark's cryopod. Looks like it's intact and unharmed. But there's no sign of him. This pipe leads to a tank where cooling fluid is filtered. It must have burst in the crash. The sieve might be useful, even when it's taken apart.
Okay. So let's try using the sieve on the pipe. Is that a thing we can do? Oh, it said no.
No. The sieve already has holes. Damn it. This is worse than I thought. Why did we crash? The guidance system should have been able to prevent it from happening. At least it's not smoking as much up here. Mark and I can fix this. I'm sure. We have to fix this. Mark? The cockpit is blocked by rubble. Maybe he's injured and trapped in there. At least that would explain why he isn't responding. Okay, Tessa. What to do? Maybe go at it from the outside?
Debris.
That's a lot of debris. There should be something there that I could use.
Tetanus.
A thin, pointy piece of metal. A few bolts. I'll just take all of it.
Well, we're going to start the MacGyvering early. Little piece, metal bolts. Insulation?
The hull is torn. I can see the insulating foil, but I can't get it out. Sometimes you just have to break things even more before you can repair them.
Okay, insulation foil. I use the rubber around the glass for that. So even stuff still has multiple uses. I assume... Okay, let's check the chest.
Great. Standard color, standard size, standard contents.
Are you in there, Snake?
Empty.
No, Snake!
The cables are broken and the insulation is gone. I have to be careful.
I'm not even trying the card reader for right now.
This pipe transports nitrogen, which is freezing the locker from the back. It is controlled via a valve.
Let's turn that off, if we can. Just one problem at a time. I don't know if this is like King's Quest style and we can die easily.
Stop the nitrogen. Locked. I can see a lock at the front with an almost round keyhole. No chance. I need the key. The console is broken. I think I know how to repair it, but I need my suit or I'm toast.
Yeah, toast.
The card reader for the hold door. I need an ID card to use it.
Okay, can't get to the cockpit, sparks, hatch. Hey!
Damn, it's been exposed to the cold for too long. The ice is preventing me from opening it. It won't just thaw on its own.
Alright.
All I could do with this foil is wrap him up so he doesn't defrost.
Wrap who up?
Done. I've had to improvise a lot of bowls in the past few years, and I think this one is my second best.
Okay. Ooh, what is this? Is this the... Okay, these are our items. So... No, I'll go ahead and keep the camera up here. I don't want it blocking any dialogue. Just assume I'm doing amazing things with the inventory, okay?
Perfect to transport liquids. I think I'm going to call this invention a bowl.
Lovely.
Multiple metal bolts. They've all been damaged in the crash, but they're still usable. The ice is too thick and sturdy to just scratch it away. There's no more nitrogen coming out, and I wouldn't mind if it stayed that way.
Okay, intercom, tank.
A
Is there
detached
somewhere that I can...
I can't reach it. No, too short.
Okay. Double check that I got everything here.
If I pull this lever, the stuff would pour out onto the ground.
Yes.
There's disinfectant inside that we have to use before going into cryosleep. Easily flammable. I should be glad if I didn't wake up as a human torch.
So... use the bowl here?
I should be able to use this to collect and transport the disinfectant.
Huzzah. Alright.
It's no use.
So, what do we need to do here?
I've already got some of the flammable liquid. That's Mark's cryopod. Looks like it's intact and unharmed. But there's no sign of him.
Is there anywhere else that we can go in the room? Because I see the camera panning, but I think that's just for flavor purposes.
It's no use.
Okay. And it doesn't work on the locker.
It's no use.
Oh, the spark. Yes. We're gonna create a nice little torch. Please don't die.
Oh, that was easier than I expected.
Don't put it in.
Some heat. Almost too much heat. My eyes are burning.
Well, where did you put it? Good lord.
This should hopefully thaw the ice if I have enough fuel. It's working!
Huzzah.
Oh, that's nice. So comfy and warm. Watch out, foreign planets. You can't scare me anymore. Well, at least not with cold temperatures. But I won't put the helmet on until I go outside.
We shouldn't have to put that on with the...
Something in these pockets. Keys, matches, and... our company's ID card.
Cool.
But the name on it is... Melissa Luna? Who's that? But that's definitely me in the picture. So, this company can send rockets through space, but then prints the wrong name on my ID card? No wonder we crashed if they can't even get that right. Before I start looking for Mark again, I should write down my experiences on my ID card's logbook. Well, IMC's accident protocol requires me to do so, and we've definitely had an accident. I'll just use this one.
I smell a plot twist. Kat, thank you very much for that resub. 58 months. Remember, guys, every sub, bit, ad revenue, anything I make here on Twitch, anytime I get a payout, 100% of it goes to my local children's hospital via Extra Life. So, thank you for supporting the channel and supporting the kids when you do. You can open the logbook at the bottom right side or LQ Alt to read the events so far. If you find additional ID cards, you can open and read their contents there as well. Okay.
Strange. This data is pretty similar to mine. It's almost a complete match. But the numbers and the date of birth are shifted by one. 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. But the biometric data is correct. I'm sure the picture is wrong. And the other thing is a coincidence?
Oh, I'm
I don't
sure.
recognize the name, though. Weird.
Melissa Luna, expedition leader. Birthday 4/2/2167. So everything's off by a year, so 3/1/2166, I think. Educated at the Academy in the service of the Intergalactic Mining Corporation, IMC, since 2190. Born in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and single. Tessa Carter, Research Expedition Leader at the Intergalactic Mining Corporation. My ID number starts with 24-1, but I don't know any further. Our ship crashed and I have only fragmentary memories. The ID card I found in my suit clearly shows my photo, but the name on it is Melissa Luna. I don't know that name. I use it with the logbook anyway, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to keep a record. Mark Bennett, the pilot, is nowhere to be found and is not responding to communication attempts. Whether we reached our destination or crashed elsewhere is unclear. Our destination planet and the details of our mission are things I can't remember yet. The emergency system woke me up from cryosleep. I found everything devastated. Since the way to the cockpit is blocked, I will have to leave the ship. In addition to figuring out how the crash happened and why the onboard computer didn't perform a safe emergency landing, I need to find out what this ID card is all about. I'm going to leave the ship and keep looking for Mark. I'm curious to see what awaits me out there. Oh, I'm sure.
I shouldn't be wasting my time with this. Examine planet, find Mark, repair ship, survive. That's all that matters. Focus, Tessa.
I think we're done with stuff here. We do have a key, though, now. So, Yeah, it's always tough in a point-and-click adventure game when you have just one character who has to do
toolbox.
all of this themselves, has to speak out loud. Okay, handy-dandy
Hope it's
toolbox.
a strange packet with an interstellar radio device.
Remember that about right-clicking on inventory item, you can examine or interact with it. Probably need to do that just to make sure. What we got in the box? What's in the box? Ooh, Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
What do we have here? Screwdriver, sealant foam, and a blowtorch.
Where's the Gordon Freeman crowbar special?
Sealing foam, specially made for burst pipes. Hardens within seconds once it comes in contact with air.
A magnetic screwdriver with a plastic grip.
Ew. Plastic grip.
A portable welder. It works. Or at least it's releasing flammable gas. All I have to do is ignite it. Matches. The box reads Shambhala Group Inc. Never heard of them.
An ID card of the Intergalactic Mining Corporation, found in my spacesuit. There's a picture of me on it. However, it's labeled with the name Melissa Luna.
Speaking of Luna, this gives me similar vibes. Everyone needs to watch the movie called Moon with Sam Rockwell. You won't regret it.
A pointed piece of metal.
Must have fallen from the ceiling in the crash.
You too release flammable gas on occasion.
I
How you
wish
doing,
I could
Bart?
grab the shard with the foam. Otherwise, I'd have cut open my whole hand.
Okay, well, let's go ahead. Can we use the tools?
I'm pretty sure I know how that would end. Besides, there's no hairdresser nearby who could straighten my hair out again afterwards.
How dare you? Welding torch, sealing foam. I assume we're just not going to be able to get in that door.
I'd better put on the helmet, just to be sure.
Oh, never mind. Looks like we can.
Okay, let's go.
No!
It's not reacting, but we have power. Where's the problem?
All those
There are wires hanging out.
Yeah.
They might be jamming the energy supply.
all those wires might be a clue. So let's go ahead and use the ID card in the card reader.
Access denied.
Strange. That's my card, and the bioscanner should confirm that it's me, and that I have access. Something isn't right here.
Hit it with a screwdriver.
Ha! It's just as Confucius says. The woman who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Or at least she would, if she could. They're too heavy just to pick them up. I have to get to the cockpit from the outside.
Okie dokie. So maybe a welding torch on the console. No. Sealing foam?
Good, that works.
Oh. Alright, maybe the metal piece over the...
I'm pretty sure I know how that would end. Besides,
Okay.
I'm pretty
Screwdriver
sure
won't work.
I'm pretty sure. Besides,
Is there anything else? No. Let's just see if we can examine it first. Oh, well,
I
that
need to
helps.
insert the cables into the sockets to make the door work again.
Oh,
There's a lamp for each socket to show if it's receiving enough electricity.
God, it's stop talking or no one explodes. Or keep talking. You see this icon at the side, you can move objects. Okay. Eh.
Okay, the cables are where they should be. Now I can try the outer door. I'm excited to see what's out there. Or I would be if I wasn't in this situation.
Indeed. I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and move this down here.
I hope the door survived the crash.
I hope Mark survived the crash.
Yes. It's seen better days, but it's open. Just barren rock, all gray and dead. I was hoping for a world thriving with interesting flora and fauna.
You okay, Mark?
It looks pretty bad. And here I was thinking we'd be able to fix it. Where even are we? Was this planet our destination, or did we go off course? And what even is our mission? My head is spinning. I can't even remember our mission. Must have been quite the crash. Or maybe the disinfectant was out of date. Nothing. Nothing at all. No buildings, lights, roads, just nothing. A barren wasteland. Maybe our mission was to explore a newly found, boring planet and collect samples. A planet like this one. I mean, foreign planets, they're always exciting, but under the circumstances... Stirring in the cockpit, but he has to be there. Where else could he be? I need to get in there somehow.
I quickly registered that it was an emergency landing, but I didn't expect us to hit so hard. The tail caught fire and is demolished. The cockpit hangs over a precipice and is not so easy to reach. At least that explains why Mark didn't come to me after the impact. I assume he's stuck inside. Since he didn't respond to the communication system, he's probably unconscious too. At least I hope he's only unconscious. You have to find a way into the cockpit as hard as it gets, and all on a planet that isn't exactly the paradise we had hoped for every time we land. It does kind of. The music is beginning of Mr. Roboto.
I can't see anything in there, just some flashing sparks. Mark has to be in there.
The abyss.
Rocks as far as the eye can see. And some smoke. But that's probably just from the planet's volcanic activity. There seems to be plants over there. I can see something green. Some silver lining at least. That means there could be water, food, and maybe even life. This panel allows us to service the instruments behind it. The mechanism to open it is on the right. You usually activate it from the cockpit, so there has to be a way through. The cockpit's braces connecting it to the fuselage are still intact, as far as I can tell. But it's hanging to the side quite a bit. I'd better just leave it as is.
It's like, let's just cut it and see what happens. Okay, well, let's try the blowtorch here on the plate.
Can't reach it.
Eh. Oh wait, now that I have tools, I wonder if I can get that piece of metal.
No, too short.
How?
There's no more nitrogen coming out, and I wouldn't mind if it stayed that way.
We'll have to find some other way to get that.
Where the hell are we?
We're the hell here.
The TAC-92's wreck. If I could only remember how it crashed.
If only you were awake during the cutscene, Tess. I love the art.
This used to be part of the landing gear. There are a few parts scattered inside. A large hook that sealed the maintenance hatch during the flight. Must be pretty sturdy.
That's how we get the pole.
And the lever to open the hatch. Wretch, both made from heat-proof ceramics.
Yes, I can reach it with that.
Right into the pants of holding.
Even if I could reach it with this, it wouldn't fit inside the crack.
Alright,
I can't combine or affix them. The only thing I can do with this welder is weld pieces of metal together. The only thing I can do with Even if I could reach it with this, it wouldn't fit inside the crack.
there we go.
It's long enough, but I can't find a good entry point. The cockpit's braces connect. I'd better just leave. I shouldn't just poke around in it. If anything breaks, the cockpit will take a nosedive.
Worth it. Sorry, Mark.
I shouldn't just poke.
So, can we combine?
I can't combine or affix them.
Okay.
I have to combine something before. I can't combine or. I can't combine or. A large hook made of heat-proof ceramic.
Oh, that means I can't weld them at all. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, let's just keep on looking then.
It's still smoldering a bit, but it shouldn't explode now, and the fire should go out by itself. Soon. I can see some debris, but if Mark is underneath it, then there's no hope for him. He has to be in the cockpit.
What to do, what to do.
I have to combine something before I can weld. I can't combine or. A broken off lever made of heat-proof ceramic with a heavy grip. A large hook made of heat-proof ceramic. I can't combine or affix them. I can't get enough leverage with this. I should extend it before I try.
Ah,
A bit wobbly. If I could fasten it properly, the pole would have a pointed flat edge that I could use.
honey, I shovel well. I shovel very well.
This helmet isn't equipped with welding goggles, but it should at least keep my eyes from melting.
You have any solder? No, it's okay. Never mind. We made a spear.
Not a bad weld seam for a beginner. I suppose Mark would say otherwise. Show off.
Well, if Mark's dead, you're the best welder on the planet. Tess, you gotta look at the bright side.
This is where the mechanism should be. Come on. Mark would have been able to help me here. As if. Yes, I knew it. There's a passage to the cockpit. The mounts on this panel look solid. I have to try it. Unpleasant, but unavoidable. Carefully now.
Please don't die.
Mark! Nobody here. Did he just leave me behind? No, he would never do that. He would only go if he knew I wasn't in danger. And this is better than finding his body lying around. Wherever he is, we need help to get away from here. After breaking down, the first thing we need to do is send out an emergency signal. I hope someone will receive it. The earlier I get it done, the better. Mark has to wait. Right. Emergency signal. I need that console over there.
Tessa, have you ever considered that Mark may have flown through the window?
I don't think all these flashing lights are a good sign.
Ooh, there's a AM/FM radio. Spotify, please play "Oh Death" by Ralph Stanley.
It won't turn on. Probably no power. The power cells for the cockpit are behind the cover below. The power cell slots are behind it. I should open it somehow. Mark's logbook. Didn't he take it with him? Or maybe he left it here on purpose so I could find his hints.
You are grasping at straws, my friend.
Mark's logbook. An old version. But he likes things retro. Maybe I can find some answers in it. It's not completely intact anymore. I'll remove the ID card. Then I can read the entries in my logbook.
Oh. Mark Bennett, pilot, mechanic, programmer. Birthday 37/21/66, July 30th. Career, trained at the Academy in service to the Intergalactic Mining Corporation since 2190. Born in Vancouver, Canada as well, and also single. Day 0, mission to P4M2 started. Scheduled arrival on Day 4. All systems normal, power and thrust at full, hull and structure intact. Despite short travel time, we enter cryosleep. Reason is reduction of required resources and maximization of energy on arrival to allow quick departure. Day 5, arrival at P4M2, landing point missed. Both participants complain of aching limbs and memory gaps, possible after effect of cryosleep. Nevertheless, very unusual for a short travel time in cryosleep. Goal, scouting the surface for possible camp. Determine air and ground parameters. Departure planned on Day 6. Day 6, problems with energy. Solar panels set up. Limb pain no longer acute. Memory gaps persist. Danger increases. Orientation difficult at greater distance. Rocky terrain and storm. Day 7, sleepless night. Memory of mission reason difficult. Vague memory of attack. Analysis of environment. Work on energy problem. Day 8, analysis. Visibility on planet. Air breathable, negative. Water present, positive. Thank you for that, Lurk Pesky. Food present, positive, but sparse. Working on energy problem. Day 9, energy problem fixed, full charge not possible. Memory gaps persist. Suspicion about reason for illness. Leak found in tube of fluid for cryosleep. Damage or puncture site. Too accurate for accident? Analysis of fluid. Deviation identified as cause of illness. Unconditional review of sample on return. Day 10. Not enough resources for travel without cryosleep. Cryosleep fluid filtered. Should be harmless. Memory gaps continue. Departure in next few days. Day 11. Storm. Retreat to Rock Cave. Protocol is discontinued. No energy. Day... question mark. Definition. Today. Day Y. Came out of cave system 5 days ago. Power supply was damaged again. Now works sporadically. Work continues. Memory gaps remain. Day Y+1. Energy supply insured. Energy cells permanently damaged. Full recharge not possible. Fly to next marked accessible and habitable planet and system. Day Y+2. Departure from P4M2. Destination P2 of solar system. Actual destination of mission unknown. Okay, that's weird.
This is Mark Bennett's ID card. We've been on lots of missions together and are good friends.
So probably we can get into the door with Mark's card, maybe? Alright, let's use our screwdriver here.
I can always count on my screwdriver. I don't believe it. The cells are empty. Mark explained to me how to properly utilize any residual charge. All slots have to be filled, I remember that much. But I have to rearrange the cells. If I relay the remaining energy to the communication transmitters, I might just be able to create a signal. But I'd also have to somehow broadcast the signal, and I need the control console for that. So both console and the comms need to be supplied with energy.
You know what we're doing? We're putting all of our power in the AC. Oh, okay. I see. Doop-a-doop. So I'll check the cargo hold to see if there's any power cells left on board in the hope that I can send a distress signal. Okay. Let's do that, actually. Can we exit view? Yes. I don't want...
Maybe there's something wrong with the power cells below the console. I should take a closer look at them.
Oh.
The cells aren't supplying the communication console with energy. I have to arrange them differently.
Okay.
Mark explained to me how to properly utilize any residual charge. All slots have to be filled, I remember that much. But I have to rearrange the cells. If I relay the remaining energy but I'd also have to somehow broadcast the signal, and I need the control console for that. So both console and the comms need to be supplied with energy.
Okay. So I guess the console is right there. There we go.
The communication device and the display have as much energy as I can give them. Let's hope it works. Still works. Right then. Communication. Emergency signal.
Bluetooth?
Low energy. Emergency signal cannot be activated. Low energy. Emergency signal cannot be activated. Low energy. Emergency signal cannot be activated. Low energy. Emergency signal cannot be activated.
We need a jump.
Damn it! Do something! You could at least make a little noise!
We need some jumper cables.
If only Mark was here. I need more power to send an emergency signal. Which means... power cells. There should be some in the hold.
Okay. New diary entry. Let's try this now.
Don't let me down. Accept it. Oh, it requires further authentication? There's security, and then there's paranoia. I need the key code that Mark set.
Okay. Let's do 2166. Okay. 2194. Did it.
Mark secured it with his ID number. How can someone so forgetful fly a spaceship?
I'm in. But what is all this stuff? I should stay away from it, but all the technical equipment is down there. Most importantly, the power cells. And with it, my only hope of sending out an emergency signal.
I'm sure this is fine.
There's gas leaking into the hold through this hole. I can't seal it with my bare hands. That would just make the hole bigger. I'm not sure what this stuff is. It might be flammable.
You don't know until you try.
That would just make the hole... That would just make the hole...
Oh, sealing foam, of course.
It won't work while the gas is coming out with this much force.
Let's look at everything else here.
I can't get any closer. But our equipment is down there, and so are the power cells. I need them to send an emergency signal. I could put on the helmet, but that won't help me if I can't even make out the ground. Could release the gas here if it wasn't all collected at the bottom. That would just make the whole... That's not...
Rubber foam.
Sealing foam, specially made for burst pipes. Hardens within seconds once it comes in contact with air.
So we gotta shut this off first. How do we go about doing that, though?
There's no more nitrogen coming.
Sparks are still a thing.
Sealing foam, specially...
This will not work, you said.
It won't work while the gas is coming out with this much force.
So what do we need to do to block it?
A small but powerful one.
Okay. Well... Oh, okay, I could just walk down. I'm a derp.
Tank number 1 is still about 40% full and emptying very slowly. It's going to take hours for all the gas to release. Tank number 2 is filled with carbon dioxide. It's about 1.2% full and stable. Looks like it wasn't damaged in the crash. If I open tank 2, the gas will be gone within minutes. Yes, it's pushing the strange gas up, but there's still something coming through the leak. Tank number 1 is still about 40% full and emptying very slowly. It's going to take hours for all the gas to release.
Okay.
Tank number 2 is filled with carbon dioxide. It's about 1.2% full and stable. Looks like it wasn't damaged in the crash. If I open tank...
So, looks like I may have to... Let me look at this one.
Carbon dioxide filtered out of the air is stored here and released whenever needed. And it's pretty heavy in concentration form. It might be able to push this smoke up. Yes, it's pushing this strange gas up. I'm not sure what this stuff is.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I could release the gas here if...
So can we use... Is there anything else down here?
Carbon
No.
dioxide filtered out...
Ah, there we go. Alright, quickly. Hey, well, what's going on, friend?
I can't stop the gas from coming in with this.
Okay, that's better. Now we'll go ahead and use the carbon dioxide to move it up into the ventilation.
I hope the carbon dioxide will push the gas up now, but I shouldn't be here when that happens.
Just shoveling Cheddar Bay biscuits into your mouth, finally getting a break? Outstanding. Okay.
4 or 5 minutes should be enough. But after that, I need to ventilate the room well.
4 to 5 minutes later.
It worked!
We're doing okay. We're checking out this
Mark
new...
isn't down there either, but neither is his body, so that's good. Did he get
Yes.
ejected? Did he leave? If so, where to? Pull yourself together, Tessa. So what? He's not here. You can manage on your own. All you need for an emergency signal are power cells.
Really tired. Work has been really, it's been a thing. But, getting through it, little by little. But checking out this new point-and-click adventure game that just came out today, called Monolith. And I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
Okay. This is the last straw.
Oh, not for the holiday season, for the, annular eclipse.
Goodness.
Is that Mark's?
Lots of junk, but no power cells. What now? What's this? Oh, a Cognitive Observation Research Entity, or CORE for short.
Do we get a little buddy?
We use these things to reach places we can't get to ourselves. They can fly, scan, send data, and are equipped with a speech module.
Turn on the little buddy.
Hard to activate the drone. Maybe it could help me out of this situation. And even if it can't, at least I'll have someone to talk to.
Other than yourself.
Complain to Core while I'm starving.
Core! Alright. We must wake up Core at all cost. Maybe he's the comic relief of this game.
Cognitive Observation Research Entity. Core. I need an ID card to activate.
Well, I've got 2. Let's go. Let's try ours first.
Unit activated.
Friend!
Assigned to Melissa Luna, Explorer. Good day. Core ready to assist you, Miss Luna.
Incorrect. Tessa Carter. That's my name.
Name change. Tessa Carter. Confirmed. I am glad to be of service, Ms. Carter. What are your orders?
where should we begin?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Nine leaks, 4 hull breaches, 2 broken beams, 14.
And a partridge in a
One
pear tree.
survivor. Maybe 2. I hope so anyway. That's all that matters now.
What is your primary objective, miss?
For you to stop being so formal with me. Just call me Tessa.
Of course, altering linguistic database. Tessa.
Right. The next objective is to send out an emergency signal. But I can't do that without power cells, and I have to find Mark, so basically, if I want to get us out of this mess, I've solely got primary objectives.
I do not have access to the ship's database. Who is Mark?
Mark Bennett, about 30 years old, pilot and mechanic. We're the TAC-92's crew.
Registered. What is the status of your immediate surroundings?
Foobar.
Well, I have to take a closer look.
My scanners could help in examining your surroundings.
Good idea. Do that.
Just scan everything, little buddy. We're gonna name you Corey. Is that
9
okay?
leaks, 4 hull breaches.
I know this thing's broken. I meant the surroundings. Let's just scan it outside.
Confirmed.
Cool. Is that okay, chat? Should we name our little buddy Corey? Core scan. Use the button on the bottom right, ZSE, to let Core scan the room and tell you the results. The result of the scan at a location may change throughout the story. We've got the radar.
The tanks have been emptied completely, and there is nothing of use in the crates. Whatever we are going to find on the planet, we can probably store it here. The cockpit is unstable and could break off. It will not, however, drag the rest of the ship down into the abyss with it. At least as long as there is no tornado or earthquake. In that case, the TAC-92 would fly again.
Core, please.
Until it would crash on the bottom of the chasm.
Thank you, Corey. I like how AWOW has it spelled. Seems sophisticated.
This room's hull is intact and stable. No dangers registered. The alarm, the smoke, and the sparks appear more perilous than they are. I am 91.1% certain.
Okay, well that was everything in here, so let's go outside. What fresh hell awaits us?
Analyzing atmosphere outside the ship. Result, similar to Earth's atmosphere. Breathable for humans. You can take off the helmet. Tessa.
Good. I prefer it this way.
Corey's like, ha ha ha.
With the wind coming from over there, it kind of smells like stagnant water. Better than this canned air, anyway.
Alright, well we know we can breathe on the planet, at least. So, and we got our new friend, so things are looking up? I don't know.